What's good? It's your boy Fanon. Oh man, I gotta tell you, I had a treat this evening. I listened to an interview by Anthony Joshua on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, and I gotta tell you, man, I had heard about it from other channels. I had, and I was on vacation. I'm on my way to Virginia Beach with a group of kids and my daughter. So I was like, I'm on vacation. So I'm not going to do a video. I'm going to focus on these kids and my vacation. But when I heard this interview with Anthony Joshua, oh my God, man, it was hilarious and enlightening. And I don't care what you UK cats have to say. Anthony Joshua has got to be the phoniest dude, not just sports guy, straight up phoniest dude that I know. Okay, that I know in sports. This dude is so phony, man. He's phony like a $3 bill, man. Oh my God. So I don't even care, man. Hey, subscribe to the channel. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Hey, man, I love you to subscribe to the channel. I would love if you'd be able to attend the live stream. If you subscribe, hit the bell icon. Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're from the UK and you don't like this channel, hey, man. Oh, excuse me. If you're an Anthony Joshua fan, please turn it off now. Turn it off now. Because you're not going to like what I have to say. Okay? I heard Black Fight Fan TV's take on this interview. I heard 78 Sports TV's take on this interview, and I appreciated it. I really did. But I was like, man, I got to listen to this. Let me hear what this dude says. And you got to understand, I have been trying to avoid listening to Anthony Joshua speak for a while because I was like, this dude, he's full of it. He's full of it, but I don't want to say he's full of it. He's a young black man trying to do his thing. I really, really don't want to just get on him like full-fledged. But after this interview, I'm sorry, man. He is the most full of ish dude that's in the public sphere, period. I don't know of anybody that's more full of it than Anthony Joshua. I pay attention to all of the reports that come out about this fight. Okay, I know what he has said in the past. I know what Eddie Hearn has said in the past. I know what Deontay Wilder has said in the past. And I have it locked into my memory. Okay? And in this interview that he gave with Stephen A. Smith, he proved himself to me to be an absolute, complete con man who does not believe the words coming out of his mouth, man. So let me begin. First of all, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, who was basically a casual boxing fan that really did do his best to get on Anthony Joshua and try to get Anthony Joshua to go in the direction and answer questions about Deontay Wilder. I've listened to Stephen A. Smith a lot, and Stephen A. Smith, for a journalist, seriously, and I've been on this dude before many times, I do not think he's very knowledgeable about boxing. So much so that this dude he disrespected Anthony Joshua so hard to his face, man. But he didn't even know he was disrespecting him. But his just absolute lack of care about what Anthony Joshua had to say and think was so blatantly apparent. He was like, look, man, you could tell, he's like, hey, you could tell this was a guy that's used to interviewing like LeBron James and Stephen Curry and Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson, and it's that he's like just not impressed. He's so unimpressed by Anthony Joshua that he didn't even waste his time to understand that Anthony Joshua was not a two belt holder, but a 3 belt holder. Okay, he was like, you own 2 heavyweight belts, Anthony Joshua, and I was like, damn, dude. I was like, come on, Stephen A. Be polite. He owns 3, okay? It's not the IBF and the WBA. It's the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO. The stuff that you're looking at is dated. Come on. He must have been looking at a report that they did before the Joseph Parker fight. He didn't even bother to update it. Trust me, that's why I don't even have any beef with what Stephen A. Smith did, because if I was Stephen A. Smith, like if I could have prepared Stephen A. Smith, oh my God, I would have drilled Anthony Joshua. But Stephen A. Smith, boxing to him isn't all that important, man. And Anthony Joshua damn sure ain't that important when he doesn't even do even a little bit of research to know. I'm surprised that dude even knew who Anthony Joshua's name is, but he kept throwing Deontay Wilder's name in. He's like, look, Deontay Wilder's been on my channel. What's keeping this fight from happening? And don't you know that Deontay Wilder said you don't want no parts of him? Do you know what Anthony Joshua said? This is why I'm like Anthony Joshua's phony. First of all, Anthony Joshua said, I have 4 belts. I have 4 belts. He slipped it in there, right? And his voice was agitated the whole time. He says, I have 4 belts. He mentioned that. He didn't say it directly and aggressively, but listen to the things this dude says. He says and pulls out the corniest line in all of boxing. It's like, how have you ever heard those people try to make triangle theories? Like, Muhammad Ali beat Joe Frazier beat Muhammad Ali, and George Foreman beat Joe Frazier. So therefore, George Foreman should knock out Muhammad Ali, right? Doesn't make sense. Those are triangle theories. When Anthony Joshua, when Stephen A. Smith told him, like, hold on, but Anthony Joshua is 40-0 with 39 KOs. Anthony Joshua says, seriously, man, like he pulled out a corny line that Anthony Joshua fans pull out on the internet, on YouTube, and YouTube comment sections. And I was like, man, how could he pull this out? Is he a troll on the internet? This dude pulled a straight out rookie troll move in response to the fact that Stephen A. Smith said Deontay Wilder was 40-0 with 39 KOs. He said, well, I'm 20-0 with 19 KOs, and I have 4 belts. He counted the IBO, right? And he said, where was Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder was at 20-0? He was still fighting fights in Canada. That has got to be the most corny. Seriously, that is, and I swear to goodness, I get comments on the regular basis. I get hundreds of comments a day, 200-300 comments a day. And since this fight conversation has been going on with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, I get Anthony Joshua comments. I get hundreds of them. And that's what they say. Well, where was Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder was 20-0? As if I'm going to follow that ridiculous train of thought. Deontay Wilder right now, as of May 23rd, May 23rd, 2018 has 40 fights. Do you have a time machine? Are you going to what you think this is, like X-Men? Were you going to turn the clock back and take him back to 20 fights? No, you got to fight the Deontay Wilder that's in the ring with you now. Okay? So it doesn't matter what he had at 20 fights, 21 fights, 18 fights, when he was in high school, when he was in junior high school, when he was in preschool. None of that crap matters. It's whether or not you can beat the Deontay Wilder who's in the ring with you at this moment. But just for the sake of letting you know, do you know where Larry Holmes was when he was fighting, when he had 20 fights? Larry Holmes didn't win a championship belt till he had 31 fights. Okay? And let me assure you this. Larry Holmes will beat the brakes. We'll beat the brakes off Anthony Joshua. The brakes off Anthony Joshua. And he didn't have a belt until he was at 31 fights. That's 11 fights from now. Who cares where Deontay Wilder was when he had 21 fights? The question is, can you beat him now? But that's not even the best of it. I'm telling you, this dude is so full of it. I was saying, thank you, Stephen A. Smith, and I don't even like Stephen A. Smith. But in this one, I had to be like, damn, Stephen A. Smith is killing this dude. He's just killing this dude in the interview and doesn't even know he's killing him. He's trying to be polite. But Anthony Joshua's jumping on the sword for a real boxing fan, that is. Somebody that really reads this stuff. So Stephen A. Smith says, why isn't this fight happening? Anthony Joshua says that Deontay Wilder needs to be realistic about his financial value. Negro, that shit was 3 to 4 months old. He offered you $50 million. Why does he need to be realistic about his financial worth? He just offered you $50 million that you asked for. What do you care? You have to take a pay cut to fight in the UK. I'm sorry, man. This dude, Anthony Joshua, seriously, man, dude is a joke. Okay? Just based off that interview. And I don't care about you. I don't care about you, Anthony Joshua fans. If I wrote a paper on this, with citing resources, citing sources, quoting things that people said, I would absolutely destroy Anthony Joshua for what he said in that interview. He is an absolute fraud. Complete and utter fraud. Why would you defend whether or not Deontay Wilder could beat you or not with what he did when he had 20 fights? What are you talking about? You might as well be saying this. Literally, this is the same thing. Anthony Joshua, this is Stephen A. Smith. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder said that he will knock you out cold. What do you have to say about that? And then Anthony Joshua responds, well, just how good was he when he was 15 years old? I mean, when he was in 7th grade, he had not won a professional fight. And when I was in 7th grade, I had won 15 amateur fights. Excuse me, Anthony Joshua. He's 30 years old now. Okay. So I would like to know what you want to do with him now, not whether or not you would have beat him when he was 10 years old. Okay. He's not 10 years old, Anthony Joshua. He's 30 years old. Okay. So Anthony, I don't care what he got, how many fights it took you to get where you are, and how many fights it took him to get where he is, because he is where he is, and you are where you are. Can you beat him or not? Right now, I'm not talking about a hypothetical matchup when he was 20-0 and you're 20-0. I mean, as of May 28th, 2018. If this fight happens in September, he will be 40-0 with 39 knockouts. Okay, and 7 title defenses. Anthony Joshua literally went through his resume. Well, I have defended my title 7 times and I've defended my title. Dude, can you beat the dude or not, man? Okay, stop trying to lead us in directions that we ain't trying to go. All right? Today is today. If you step in the ring with this dude today, can you beat him today? Not if you step in the ring with him yesterday, could you have beaten him 3 weeks from yesterday? Absolute ludicrousness, man. I'm sorry, man. But Stephen, and then he says, how old is this argument? That Deontay Wilder has to get reasonable about his financial contribution to the fight. if you are not an absolute, if you don't work for Eddie Hearn and you're honest, you know that's some ridiculousness, because Al Heyman offered the guy $50 million guaranteed. He said, look, I will pay you every penny that you want for this fight. I will pay you. Okay? If you show up, you make $50 million and we're paying the money. So what exactly is it that the Deontay Wilder has to get realistic about? He's paying you. But you don't want to fight in Vegas. I want to fight in the biggest arena in the United States, Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. You want to fight in Dallas, Texas. I have been watching boxing and paying attention to boxing for at least 35 years. At least. The biggest place in America to get robbed is Texas. Texas and Vegas is a distant second place. Did you not see Victor Ortiz versus Devin Alexander in Texas? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Why in the world, if you don't want to get robbed, would you fight in Texas? It's Texas. Texas is the most conservative, most manipulative state in the United States, man. Are you kidding me? You want to be treated fair? You want to fight in an arena in Texas? You trying to give up your belt? You just trying to hand it over, right? Just hand the shit over, dude. Because you ain't winning in Texas. You could have a chance to win. You could have a chance to win in Vegas. Because Vegas might say, hey, man, you're the biggest money. You got the, maybe you can win in Texas, in Vegas. But Texas, with a bunch of Alabama and Louisiana people coming, are you nuts? Do you understand the political ties, dummy, between Texas and Louisiana and Alabama and Arkansas? It's the South, dummy. Don't fake like you know where you are. You don't know where you are. You don't want, if you fight a Southerner in Texas, that's what you want to do. You might as well fight Andy Ruiz in Texas. Are you out your mind? Victor Ortiz didn't win a damn round against Devin Alexander in Texas, and he got a draw. Texas is without a doubt the most crooked state in America, but you want to go to Texas. Get out of here, man. Go bring your dumb ass to Vegas. If you not, and for what? To fight in the Texas arena. Now, much respect to Black Fight Fan TV, and I know Black Fight Fan TV is a very big proponent of Texas, and would love to have the fight in Texas. Would love to have Charlo and Jamal Charlo on the undercard, and it would be great for the state of Texas, without a doubt. But you could pack the entire stadium in Dallas, Texas, and not make 3/4 of the money that you would make in Vegas. So just fess up. And then here's the other thing. Why in the world would since you lied about $30 million, $50 million guarantee you were going to take the fight, and this is my message to Deontay Wilder, why would you be dumb enough to believe that this dude, if you fight a 2-fight deal, is really going to agree to the second fight? He lied about accepting $50 million, and he's going to be honest about a 2-fight deal? Man, get out of here, man. Deontay Wilder would be dumb if he took that. That would be dumb. If he believed that a guy that's going to lie about accepting $50 million guaranteed is going to be honest about a 2-fight deal. You know what was a 2-fight deal? Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn. If Eddie Hearn and them robbed Deontay Wilder in the UK, there ain't no doggone way in this world that they're going to have a second fight. They will just tell you to Kick rocks, dude. Kick rocks. We won. We're done. You're not getting a second fight, Deontay, if you go to the UK. Get out of here, man. That whole thing was a joke. And I didn't even intend to make a video about it, man. I didn't even intend to do a video tonight, but it was such a joke that I had to make it. And I'm out. Peace.